Hey, what's good? It's your man Animal Brown checking in. Of course, you know what this is. With that being said, okay, it's the only hip-hop debate show where you get points for your hot takes. I got two guests in the building. Got my homie Spike Lou and my homegirl Press Play Jones. I hope they are ready. You know how we get down, 5 topics. You get a point whoever wins the debate. At the end, there's a winner. There can only be one, all right? First things first. Let's start with the A3C that most recently went down in Atlanta. Tickets for the A3C were upwards of $300, $350. Also, the Revolt Music Conference that normally goes down in the fall didn't happen, possibly because those tickets are $1,000 and up. My question is to you, Press Play Jones. Are music conferences still helpful to artists?
I still think music conferences are very relevant. It just depends on the artist. The artist got to be hungry. Like, artists not hungry like they used to be, and only the strong survive in this industry. So I don't think maybe it's oversaturated, but it is what you make it. That's how I feel.
Lou, are you paying $1,000 for that Revolt conference if you're an artist?
Absolutely not. I don't think that you're going to get $1,000 worth of put back from the conference. I do think that it is about what you make it as an artist, but they're just not set up for success. Well, they're not set up for success for an underground artist. Like, you could go there, you could pay $1,000, but no one is really there to see you. They're there to see the people on the panels. They're there to see the more popular artists. People are going to flock to those people. You may get to network with people that you don't usually see, and that usually doesn't amount to a lot. So in the overall scheme of things, the conference is more geared up for advertisement.
Okay. Jones, if you're...
I agree with that to a certain extent, but I also believe, like, that's what the conferences are there for you to network and learn about the business, because a lot of artists and a lot of people in the industry don't know the paperwork side and don't know a lot of what's behind the scenes, the stuff that they need to know. And that's the whole point of the conferences. It's not there for you to get signed. You're not going to get signed just because you're at a conference. So
what I didn't mean advertise, sorry. I meant sponsor. So, like, even when you go to Revolt, it's Ciroc driven, or if you go to A3C, they have sponsors as well. It's more so, I think, that it's not pushing the artist, it's pushing a brand or what they want to be popular in the genre for that moment in time, which is why the Austin Festival, what is the name
South
of it?
by Southwest.
South by Southwest is kind of taking a lot of slack for being mostly driven by sponsors and them putting people in your face that they're paying for as far as the labels.
Jones, you're managing an artist. If they told you that they wanted to go to A3C, what advice would you give them so they got their money's worth?
Oh, we're definitely going to A3C. We're going to all the festivals because any exposure is great exposure. I don't care if it's South by Southwest, A3C, Revolt. We're going. Regardless if we get a ticket or not, we're going to finesse our way in those buildings.
Oh, well, you finessing this.
Like, hey, it just depends on the budget.
If I'm paying $1,000, no. If I'm finessing, we're going to make it work.
It's $1,000 worth of knowledge that you're getting. Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's legit people on the panels. It's going to be on YouTube 2 weeks later. Okay, thank you. I mean, but any event that anybody has, of course you want it to be sponsor driven. You got to make money off of it. Ain't no point to throw an event and not make money off of it.
True. But it can't be more focused on the money than the overall point of the conference, which is the artist.
This one is going to Jones. She used the keyword finesse. I'm always here for that, especially when the price tag is a stack. So I got to give the point to Jones. And she also mentioned about the panels. The panels is a very good, that knowledge is priceless. You can't necessarily put a price tag on what may trigger your next idea for your next project. That may be what gets you put on. So the only person that's ever really got on off of those conferences is Bryson Tiller. He got on, I think, at the 2013, 2014 Revolt conference. Other than that, looking for that quick come up that's not the move. So point to Jones. Good looking. All right, next topic number 2. We're talking T.I. Now, Lou, on one of the previous episodes, you said that you were looking for a specific T.I. All right, he's at the part in his career where he's winding down, so he doesn't need to be necessarily talking about the same stuff that he did before. The Dime Trap came out, sold about 20 to 24,000 copies, and he also has the Trap Music Museum popping off. Lou, is this the T.I. that you were asking for?
He's going down the right road. The album wasn't necessarily what I wanted. It was kind of popish, a lot of features that I didn't necessarily appreciate. But with the Trap Museum, with the Family Hustle show that he's extended to other hip-hop people that's coming out soon, I think T.I. is going down that road where he's being considered as much more than just a rapper. He's at that stage in his career where he can put rap on the third or fourth burner and have other things going in the forefront, and where we recognize T.I. not just for dropping the Dime Trap album, but for everything else that he got going on. I see some of the movie he was shooting too. Like, how'd it look? It was alright. The 70s version of T.I. with the fro was kind of funny. But, you know, I'm looking forward to everything that he has upcoming as opposed to just the Dime Trap album. So, yeah, I like this.
Jones, are you jumping to a T.I. album or a T.I. TV series first?
I'll probably go with the T.I. TV series, only just because he's expanded his brand. He's like a, you know, he's relationship goals right now for people, and T.I.'s grown up, so I'm not mad at the album. Like, he's like a Charlie Wilson now, so it's, hey, so I ain't mad at it. So I like what T.I.'s doing right now.
Does anybody watch, either of you watch the show, the new show that he has, The Family Hustle with Friends?
I did watch the first episode.
How did it go?
It was all right. I see, you know, it's really more Tiny Show to me. It seems like it, like, you know, T.I. comes on there because he's T.I. He has to be the name of the show, but he wasn't really in the scenes as much as I thought he was going to be. So it's just putting the other friends on, you know. And
I think that's exactly what we want from T.I. at this stage. T.I.'s Family Hustle, where he can drop in every now and then, do the Rev Run thing, and he out of the way. Then he goes to the Trap Museum and he does something there, and then he goes and records a song. That's exactly what we want from T.I. looking at 40. Not saying he that old.
All right, listen, this one goes to Lou. Shout out to Rev Run and his TV show. He set the standard for this. That was a dope show. I'm cool on the bubble bath in the bathtub with Texan. Thank you, T.I., for not doing that, though.
He gonna find another way.
We don't need that. All right, it's even 1-1. Next topic, good look, bad look, or no look. These legacy tours, So Def had a full tour that was supposed to launch the Cultural Currency Tour with all the acts from 25 years of So Def. Now, unfortunately, only one show happened, the Atlanta show. My question is, I'll start with Press Play Jones. Are legacy tours a good look, a bad look, or no look at all?
I'm not going to say it's a bad look. I still think it's a good look. It's still a huge fan base out there. So Def was so huge. And they did sell out in Atlanta. Of course, you're not ever going to get that Motown reunion tour. Like, there was only one Michael Jackson. Like, you're not going to see that again. But, I mean, of course, you had Escape come out, Jacket Edge. Like, I don't know what Bow Wow did. But, hey, you know.
You don't want to know what Bow Wow did, trust me.
But, I mean, I was excited to hear some of the old songs I haven't heard. That was like my high school years. So, yeah, I loved it.
Lou, are you signing up for the Legacy Tour?
I am a no look or bad look guy on these, for the simple fact that most of these acts on these tours are not touring regularly, so you don't get the best version of them. You can see DMX, you can see Bow Wow, you can see numerous of these people who are not usually out on the road, and then you throw them in front of all of the lights and then they flop. Like Bow Wow does, he goes on some rant. DMX does, he doesn't even remember the words to his songs. I think you're setting the artist up for failure. I mean, it does hit on a reminiscing factor for the fans, but that's like few and far between when you got so many acts on the bills who don't do it on a regular enough basis to be good at it.
I mean, I agree with that, but that's all with rehearsals. So that has nothing to do with the actual tour. That has to do with the rehearsal part. They need more rehearsal time, because when Escape came back and they got back together, they did it huge. And they did a whole nationwide tour, and they were selling out in a lot of cities. I don't agree with that.
Jones, you getting DMX to rehearse?
Hell yeah, I would
How you get DMX to rehearse, Jones?
That's a tall task.
Who's calling Bow Wow to tell him he has to rehearse? He think he got it.
He wouldn't have been on the tour. I'd be like, look, you ain't gonna make these coins.
But then at the same time, those are the names that people come for, but they have this probably arrogance about themselves where they think, I'm gonna just go kill it anyway, and then we get what we get.
That's true. Now, as someone who's been to all three Legacy tours, Bad Boy, Rough Rider, and So Def, I think Jermaine Dupri was a little ambitious with doing a full 10, 12, 15 city tour for So Def. I think he should have been a one night only thing in Atlanta like how it was. Is there anybody else out there that you guys think could pull off a legacy tour? I saw Ashanti sold 24 tickets to her show at a school. So maybe Murder Inc., one night only in New York. Anybody? Jones,
Cash
Lou?
Money.
Ooh.
Cash Money did a tour. They're just going to sell out.
It's going to be tough for BG locked up.
Good luck
wanna
getting them
see
all
that.
together. What I think is more feasible for fans and for these tours would be a celebration of one particular album. That way you can train for it, you can rehearse for it, you can take it to 10 cities, and you can bring out people that maybe had something to do with that album, or even people that are hot right now that you may have had songs with in the past, and you celebrate, let's say a trap music, let's say a Thug Motivation 101 like Jeezy did, but the Legacy Tour thing is dead. You can take it as, like if Ashanti had did her first album and did a tour based off that, that's selling out. That's doing more than 24 tickets.
Okay.
So if it was Ashanti, Ja Rule, Lloyd,
No.
the whole Murder Inc., or Charlie Baltimore, and like
Throwback names.
I mean, they have fans, so those fans gonna come out. Maybe they can't sell out Phillips Arena. They could probably sell out like a center stage or something.
Nah.
You know,
That's
So,
possible.
It
Listen.
just depends.
This was a close battle. I've got to give the slight edge to Lou simply because I am super here for the one night only album celebrations. When Jeezy did it, the Snowman, he had a dope show. He played it just like how he was supposed to, one night only, make it special, make it an event, make it something that people tell other people about. Man, you should have been there. We're still waiting on the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying. It's this year. This is the year for that. What's going on with that? So I get a slight point to Lou. It was close though. Jones thinks she can get DMX to a rehearsal. That is, listen. Hey, good luck with that.
On line one.
But that's okay. Moving on. Next question. Quavo. His long-awaited solo album, Quavo, Honcho, Quavo, whichever order it went in, came out. Did pretty decent in numbers. 99,000 first week. That's not bad in 2018. But the reviews are in online and the internet killed it. Lou, did we expect too much from the Migos head man?
Yes, we did. I do think that Quavo has gotten himself into a space where we think that he's a better artist than he is. Credit to Quavo for that. With that being said, I've kind of heard him on his press run. Quavo is a little, I don't want to call him lazy, but I think arrogant now. I think he can just go in and drop something and it's going to be hot. He's not necessarily at that point in his career where he can do that, and I think that he thought he could, and it didn't work out on this album because it seems like he's not giving a lot of effort.
Jones, is Quavo feeling himself too much right now?
That's what I was looking for.
Quavo's Quavo. Like, I don't know why people expected like a certain more than what they expected from the Migos. It's just like Quavo's never been like he's a bubblegum rapper, kind of. I don't want to say bubblegum, but
Right, he's not Flow Rider.
I
but
mean, he doesn't have lyrics like that. So I don't know why you expected that. I mean, I did like the little Nicki diss. That was kind of cute. But besides for that, I mean, the best rapper in their group is Takeoff. Did you hear that single? He killed it.
Listen,
Now
hey,
that's who I'm coming to see. Like, that's what I want to hear. Like, it's Takeoff.
I agree with you, Jones. Real fans know that Takeoff is probably the most lyrical Migo out there. But with the expectation of Quavo, you want the melodies, the dope hooks, and more creativeness than we heard on that album. You mentioned Little Nicky. That was a good track, but I don't think anything else on the album was as creative as we are used to, with Quavo being the main voice behind Fight Night, Freak No More, and things of that nature.
I agree, but Quavo,
y'all are agreeing too much on this episode.
I know, but he has some good points. But Quavo is, I personally wasn't expecting more than what he gave.
This point easily goes to Jones for saying the best Migo was Takeoff.
For agreeing with me.
No, for saying the best Migo was Takeoff, which is what Animal Brown has been saying since day one. Thank you, Jones, for doubling down on that. That is the project that I'm looking for. Shout out to Offset, shout out to Quavo. I also think that we got what we expected. People got to cool off. If you thought this Quavo was going to be Blueprint 1, you're doing too much, all right? So shout out to him, though. Hey, man, shout out to those guys. They have a new album together at the top of the year, so it should be interesting. Right now, it's tied up 2-2. And now for the final question. Lil Wayne got the I Am Hip Hop Award at the BET Hip Hop Awards. The I Am Hip Hop Award kind of serves as a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's kind of strange, seeing that Wayne just dropped an album, The Carter 5, and is still relatively young, you know, even though he's been in the game a long time. Jones, is it too soon to be giving Wayne a Lifetime Achievement Award?
First, I would like to say I don't know why the BET Hip Hop Awards is still on air. Tired of seeing all this ratchetness.
Shots fired.
But no, Lil Wayne deserves every award that he gets. Like, Lil Wayne been rapping since, 14?
Ooh, younger than that.
He is an icon, so he deserves every award he can get.
Lil, was Wayne an icon living?
Wayne is an icon living. He has influenced every rapper rapping, I feel like, right now. Some have, whether it be lyrical, a face tattoo, dreads, however they do their songs as far as forming and trying to be rock stars. I think Wayne has heavily influenced the next generation of rappers, similar to the generation that Jay-Z influenced when people were trying to be like him. I feel like Wayne has put his fingerprints on everybody out there rapping, so he deserves everything that he's given.
I agree. But man, Lou, you said he influenced everybody. That's a little bit of a stretch.
Post rockstar phase, Wayne. Like, there's not an act out there that you can't say didn't take some resemblance of him. Similar, like we used to think about Tupac, when people would rock the bandanas and people would do these small things that Pac would do just because we were familiar with it. That's what we would associate it with. Same thing with Wayne. The influence of the blood gang, the influence of the face tattoos, the crazy hair, not even necessarily dreads, but just being focused on more so your clothes, how you look, how you present yourself, the drug usage, unfortunately, all of those things I would contribute to Lil Wayne and the generation that he was the biggest rapper on earth.
Nice try trying to bring Pac in there, one of my favorite rappers of all time. It still didn't work.
I'm here to spit facts, man.
The point goes to Jones for saying that Wayne was an icon living first, even though you agreed. Should have got there quicker.
You went to her first.
Hey, it's too bad just how the cookie crumbles, all right? The score, 3-2. Jones wins. All right, that's another W. Now, Jones, close us out. What you got?
And I appreciate it. I'll take this W, and everybody follow me at Press Play Jones on every social site.
There it is. With that being said, for Jones, the winner, for Spike Lou, the loser, I am Animal Brown. We'll see y'all next time.